Hello. Today we'll be talking about the sneaky ways narcissists abuse. Covert narcissists in particular like to abuse their victims in very sneaky, hard-to-detect ways. This gives the narcissist plausible deniability. They can say things like, "I was just trying to help," or "I didn't know you'd take what I said that way." If the victim isn't aware of what's happening, the victim most likely will apologize to the narcissist for being upset. This is a double dose of narcissistic supply. Not only did the narcissist get to upset the victim, but also make the victim apologize. This means the victim will tolerate more and more from the narcissist because the victim believes the narcissist didn't mean to cause pain. After all, how can you get upset with someone who really didn't know any better? A victim who believes that a narcissist truly doesn't know better is a victim who's going to be abused over and over again. That's why you need to be aware of narcissistic abuse and the tactics they use. One way narcissists stealthily abuse their victims is to say what I refer to as backhanded compliments. These so-called compliments may sound like praise, but there's an insult mixed in there. My overtly narcissistic mother is quite good at these. Many years ago, I had lost some weight. She responded by saying, "I can see you lost weight. Your shoulders are slimmer." While it may sound like a compliment, it sure didn't feel like one. I lost a lot of weight everywhere, but she could only see it on my shoulders. I felt like I must still be horribly overweight, even though looking back I realized I was a little too thin at that time. I felt like a failure, like I was fat and ugly. When this sort of thing happens, you need to remind yourself what the narcissist says isn't based on truth. It's based solely on the narcissist's goals of hurting you and destroying your self-esteem. They also like to minimize your accomplishments or talents. Narcissists may completely ignore what you do, or they may criticize or trivialize it. This is an attempt to steal the joy and pride you have in your accomplishment or skill, or make you to stop doing that. Narcissists can't handle someone being more accomplished or talented than they are, so they'll try to ruin it for you. Many years ago, my husband and I were at his parents' house. He needed to repair his car, and I had helped him with it. For a little while, he didn't need my help, so I also replaced a burned-out turn signal light on my car. A little while later, when we were alone, his covert and narcissistic mother said to me, "You sure like to get all dirty, don't you?" She also told me I needed to get rid of my car because it was costing too much money to keep, because I replaced a 97-cent turn signal bulb. She never learned to drive, let alone repair cars, and it seemed to bother her endlessly that I like cars. This kind of behavior can be hurtful, I know. That incident really hurt me at the time. When it happens, though, remember, it's all about the narcissist, not you. The narcissist simply envies you. That's why she's saying or doing what she is. Don't let her ruin things for you. Be proud of what you've accomplished and what your talents are. Narcissists also like to divert attention away from their cruelty. If there's no witnesses, they have no problems pulling out all the stops. They will say and do the worst things they can come up with. But if someone comes around, they sure change their tune and become very nice. Another experience I had also involved my late mother-in-law. On a visit to her home shortly after we were married, as soon as we were alone, she told me how disappointed she and my father-in-law were that my husband married me. They wanted him to marry someone else. The next time I saw my husband and I saw her at her home, it was a big family get-together. My mother-in-law then introduced me to her sister as my beautiful daughter-in-law. This kind of behavior makes you second-guess yourself a lot with a narcissist. There aren't witnesses to validate the bad behavior, so you wonder, did it really happen that way? Are you overreacting? Are you too sensitive? And there's no one around that can say otherwise. When the narcissist is especially nice to you on other occasions, it also makes you doubt even more because you wonder, if someone is so nice, can they really be so cruel? In a word, yes, that nice person can be that cruel. If someone has distinct ways of acting depending on whether or not there are others around when you're with her, something's very wrong, and it's not with you. Again, remember, the narcissist is the one with the problem, not you. This is proof of that. I hope this video will help you to cope with these especially sneaky ways narcissists abuse. Thank you for watching. See you next time.